How about them Cowboys? Once again, Cowboy Nation. Another blowout win, 2 weeks in a row. Cowboys were 2-0. How about them Cowboys? Is all I got to say to start that video. Pretty good game. We started off a little bit, well, not really, honestly. There was a few drives the defense didn't do good, but other than that, the defense was fantastic again. 4 turnovers today, a pick by Trayvon Diggs, a pick by Malik Hooker, a pick by Jaron Kearse, and then the fumble recovery by my boy, number 11, Micah Parsons. Defense is still dominant, and I know a lot of people, they'll come to this video and say, well, it's because you're playing Zach Wilson. Hey, I told you, the Jets still have a pretty talented team, even with Zach Wilson on both sides of the football. So that's all I have to say about that. This defense is dominant, Cowboy Nation. Osa Odigizua, he's a player that I've been really liking as of recent. He got a sack, and he had a couple nice plays in there. Of course, Micah Parsons beasted out again. He had a couple tackles for a loss. He had 2 sacks, including that forced fumble. Unfortunately, his leg touched the guy. Otherwise, he would have had a touchdown too. But the player of the game on defense was clearly Micah Parsons. There's no question about it. He was all over the place, getting pressure on Zach Wilson all day. We pretty much destroyed the Jets. Now, there were a few times, obviously, we gave up that long touchdown to Garrett Wilson. Stephon Gilmore got beat on that. He had a kind of an up and down day. He got a pass interference call. He got beat a couple times there, but it is what it is. Trayvon Diggs, even though he had an interception, he also got beat a couple times. Luckily, DeMarcus Lawrence tipped that pass before halftime. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown. But yeah, the defense overall was pretty good. I mean, they had 4 turnovers and only gave up 10 points. So, I mean, really, you can't ask for much better than that, really. I mean, the defense was outstanding. They really were. And the defense really is special. They've only given up 10 points in 2 games so far, and they've had 7 turnovers. So, and they have a defensive touchdown. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. And they could have done even better because on those 2 drives. We still have a little bit of a problem with quarterback runs, but the defense did a pretty good job of stopping the run. And the one thing I said, Cowboy Nation, and I actually credit this to Facts Only Sports with Big Country. If you're not subscribed to him, subscribe to him. He actually said this first, so I got to give him that. You do not want to play from behind on my Dallas Cowboys defense because with Micah Parsons, Dorrance Armstrong, Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, and DeMarcus Lawrence, we have a pass rush that is going to get after the quarterback. And you saw what happened when the Jets were playing from behind today. Zach Wilson made mistakes. He threw 3 interceptions. This is the formula to win. We have to get teams from playing from behind. That's not going to happen every game, but that should be the formula to winning. But again, Dan Quinn is the best. I think he's the best defensive coordinator in all of football. I really do. Defense was great. That's all I have to say about that. As for the offense, Dak Prescott was awesome today. I give Dak Prescott an A for this game. I do. He did have a few times where he missed. He did overthrow Ferguson for the touchdown on that one play, and he almost threw a pick 6. But outside of those 2 things, it happens. Dak was smart. He went through his progressions. He, for the most part, actually threw the football away. He actually did. He did take a bad sack on one of the scoring drives, but for the most part, he went through his progressions. He threw the ball away when it wasn't there, and he took the easy throws. And he also had 2 touchdown passes. Dak had a very good day. He had a very good day. Dak was awesome today. Dak Prescott did exactly what I needed him to do, and that is just to go out there, make the throws you got to make, and he did a great job of doing it. I think his decision-making was pretty good. I think that he was good at going through his progressions. He did not turn the ball over for the 2nd week in a row, and he took the easy throws, and he actually was aggressive at times. It's okay for Dak to be aggressive, but he can't overdo it. He can only do it a couple times a game. That's what he did. Big Country also came up with that. Shout out to him. And that's the truth. And Dak did that, and Dak had a fantastic game for my Dallas Cowboys. He did. He had a very, very solid game. I know statistically he didn't average a lot of yards per pass, but he had a high completion percentage through 2 touchdowns, and he didn't turn the ball over. he was efficient. Dak had, honestly, a great game. He had a great game. A game for Dak. CeeDee Lamb, I would also had a great game. He did have a fumble early in the game, but Tyler Biadasz, man, shout out to him. That's the second week in a row that Tyler Biadasz has hustled and been there to recover a fumble. He did it last week when Tony Pollard did it against the New York Giants. He was right there, and he did it again 30 yards down the field, by the way, with CeeDee Lamb. So shout out to Tyler Biadasz. Good job to him. He deserves it. But CeeDee Lamb had a good game. Multiple catches, 143 yards. He was awesome. Had all the big catches today. Great game from CeeDee Lamb. Of course, Ferguson had a touchdown. Our second-round draft pick, Luke Schoonmaker, had his first touchdown catch today. That was pretty much the only sighting we saw of him. But, hey, he caught a touchdown. Congrats to Luke Schoonmaker. Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy actually did a decent job play calling. He did. There were a few times I was like, but he kind of played it safe, not to lose the game, and it worked out. And I think Mike McCarthy did a good job. We still scored 30 points on offense, and I think the offensive system with Mike McCarthy fits Dak Prescott better than Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore is a good offense coordinator, but I think that the system that Mike McCarthy runs, the West Coast offense, which it is because a lot of short passes, it is a West Coast offense. That's what we're running. It fits better for what Dak Prescott can do. And I think Dak Prescott feels more comfortable. He looks better. His decision-making's better. Obviously, it helps when you have a lot of help on the field, but still. It just looks like Dak is a bit more comfortable out there, and that's what we need. That's what we need for Dak to be successful. And honestly, if Dak can continue playing like this the rest of the season, the Cowboys have a good shot. I said at the beginning of the year, this season is going to come down to injuries and how Dak and Mike McCarthy do in games. So far, they've done a great job. And it's no joke. Dak did good against a pretty good defense, so you got to give him credit there. He played against a very good defense, and he did a good job for the most part. He really did. He had a great game, honestly. I'll go as far as saying that. Pollard had a decent game. Didn't quite get the run game going as much, but we used Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn had a couple nice plays. Of course, Tolbert got involved. The offense overall looked pretty good. I was impressed. I know we could have scored a lot more than 30 points, but we just settled for field goals to just try not lose. But that was the right thing to do. I credit Mike McCarthy for that. It was the right thing to do because the defense was just showing up. So, Cowboy Nation, we're in good shape. We have the Arizona Cardinals next week. The Giants just beat them today, 31-28. Washington, right now, last time I checked, the game is on my TV, but local game. They were beating the Broncos like 35-28. The Broncos were in scoring position though, but it looks like Washington will probably get that win. And then of course Philly beat the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday night. So the NFC East is still very strong. But I love where the Dallas Cowboys are going right now. We've done a great job these first two games, coming in well prepared. We did not take the Jets lightly. We were well prepared in this game. Great job by Mike McCarthy being prepared. Dak Prescott, great job by him being prepared. Dan Quinn, we were prepared. And that's what's important, and I really love what I'm seeing from this team. But anyways, Cowboy Nation, how about them Cowboys? The Lion fed today. The Lion is Micah Parsons. We're 2-0. Play the Cardinals next week. I'll make a pregame video sometime this week about it. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.